fun to win close ones when they're done?
You know what? This group's really been special all year. Just everything that we've asked them to do, and we've gotten to the tournament. This is the third year in a row, and they got there in '95, but we hadn't won a game in the tournament. And we've talked about that all year. Like, as good a year as this group's had, we wanted this group to be the one that ended up winning the first NCAA tournament game. And I just couldn't be more proud of the effort they gave tonight. It wasn't always pretty. They were a very, very good team, but I don't think our kids could have played any harder. We had kids out there cramping. We had kids out there. We got fouled pretty hard at times. And they just, they bounced back and got right back in the game, and they just played hard till the end. And for your point guard to go down with 4 minutes to go with their fifth foul. One of the things that we've talked about all year is I truly feel like we've got 6 starters. You can only start 5, so Kayla's been that one kid that hadn't started, but we feel like she's more than capable to start. And anytime we've needed her to step up in any situation, whether we've had somebody hurt or foul trouble or somebody just not playing well, she's always stepped up and played big. And it was great to see her be able to go in down the stretch, run the team, and us to be able to get the win with her on the floor. I just think that says so much about what she means to our program.
Just talk a little bit about the rebound.
Well, at halftime, I knew Colleen had a lot of rebounds at halftime. I didn't know how many. We looked at the stat sheet. We said she had 13, and I told her never had a kid have 20 rebounds. I want you to be the first to get 20 rebounds, and look at the stat sheet at the end and have 24. And she had a tough assignment tonight. 21 is just a great basketball player, and to guard her all night, and I'm getting on her because she was able to get to the basket a few times, and I tell her to back up, and then the kid hits a shot from the foul line, but how hard did Colleen play tonight? Just amazing. 24 rebounds in a basketball game is just amazing to me, and just.
Well, I mean, she had an impressive stat line all the way across. I mean, she got 11.6 assists, 7 for 10 from the line. I mean,
well, she went through a stretch this year. About midway through the year where she was pretty consistently putting up 15, 17 points and 12, 13 rebounds a game. And then she got a concussion in the Huntington game earlier in the year. And, she's bounced back and played, but just hadn't quite played like she was playing before the concussion. And to see her go out tonight and play the way that she played tonight, like that's the Colleen that we love, that just does anything you ask her to do. And there's not a kid on the team that's more selfless than Colleen. She does not care if she scores a point. She doesn't care if she gets a shot. She's just going to do whatever we ask her to do. And that was evident tonight. She's always on, one of the best players on the other team, and she always gets a tough assignment. Her and Barika defensively always get the toughest assignments on the floor. And like I said, I got emotional after the game in the locker room. As a coach, you couldn't be more proud of the effort that the team gave. And you get frustrated at times because you want to see them make a better decision, or you want to see them execute a little bit better, but you can't ever, in the last at least 4 games that we've played since the tournaments have started, fault this team's effort. They're playing hard, and if they're playing hard, when we make mistakes, it's our job as coaches to coach them. But they couldn't give us any more than they're giving us right now.
And Kayla said that you got her the green light for any time she has a shot to take it. If she shot from 23 to tie it, and it went.
Kayla's she's just a shooter, and you got to have a shooter's mentality, and she does. If she's open, she knows she's got the green light to shoot it. We want to play inside out because I think we've got good post players, and we want our post players to touch it. And when they get double teamed, we like to throw the ball back out. But if you're a shooter, you got to have a shooter's mentality. And
how important was it? That happened right after Shea went out, and to be she goes out, you're down 3. It could have been curtains, and yet that shot went. How important was it?
It was huge. I mean, it was huge. Like you said, we're 4 minutes to go. Shea fouls out, and they just taking the lead. So our kids kind of, they're looking at each other. What are we going to do right here? And for Kayla to hit that shot and for it to go down was just big. But the same thing. Like, she's always been that type of kid. And in the Lynchburg game this year, we were down pretty good amount in the second half, and we put her in the game, and she just seems to settle us down and get us into our offenses, and we execute offensively when she's on the floor. So. I've always had all the confidence in the world in Kayla, and I think sometimes she's too hard on herself, and she's tough on herself. She wants to be perfect all the time, but I've always felt like, and I've tried to explain throughout the year, to those guys. I wish I could start 6 because I feel like all 6 of those kids can do. Yeah, it'd be pretty good. We could play a 3-3 zone if we did that, and we'd be pretty good probably. But she just, it's nice to have a senior that has confidence like Kayla has and does the things that she does for us. So.
What was the thing that most worried you going in about the fact that they played such a tough, they've been up against?
I just feel like they're good at every position. Their point guard was tough, athletic. They had shooters that were long and lanky. Their post players, are athletic and can put the ball on the floor and get to the basket. We just felt like they were very well balanced and very good at every position. And I felt like 21 was going to be really hard to guard. And Barika doesn't get enough credit for her stats, but 23 was an excellent basketball player, and I thought. She really defended 23 well tonight. 23 ended up with 11 points, but I think she was 4 for 16 from the field. And not many easy shots that I can recall that 23 got. And Barika probably gets the least amount of credit of anybody on the team, but probably has been the biggest difference in this team this year because we've been able to score the last couple of years, but we hadn't been a great defensive team, and I feel like Bo makes us a much better defensive team when she's on the floor.
Talk about the 22-3 run in the first half. You're down 10, next thing you know, you're up 9 going into the break.
I don't know how to explain it. We've done that a bunch lately. Not up 9 at the half, but kind of the emotion of the game. I think we got off to a great start. I think we were feeding off the emotion of the game, and I was worried about how
you had 6 points through the first 2 minutes, and then at the 10-minute mark, at the 7:40 mark, you only have 14 points.
Well, like I said, we got off to a good start. We got the ball. We got the ball in the
about 7 minutes actually.
We got the ball in the paint, and we got some easy baskets early. And, I was worried about the emotion of the game with the crowd. That's a huge crowd and how the kids handled the emotion. I thought early we did, and then I thought, our kids kind of we went through a stretch where maybe we started to settle. We weren't getting the ball in the paint, getting the ball to the basket, and they were. That was the difference. But then we subbed some kids in and out, and I think our kids settled down a little bit. And the last couple of games in the Maryville game, we made a run right at the end of the half that gave us, with the 6 or 7 point lead, at halftime. And same thing today. That was huge. And, we really wanted to come out and win that first 4 minutes. When we got to that media timeout, the first 4 minutes of the second half, we felt like that was huge. If we could get it to double digits, that'd be big for us. And they made a good run at us, and we knew they would. And down the stretch, 21 was doing a great job of getting the ball to the basket. We kept toying with should we try to play some zone, just do something different, make it a little bit tougher on her. But you want to win doing the things that you've done all year. So, I was afraid if we went to a zone and they hit a big shot and we lost on that, then, I'd have a tough time living with that. So we tried to stay in the man as much as we could. There at the very end, we played a couple possessions of zone once we got the lead to 4 or 5.
Were you just defending the arc? Because I noticed Katie wasn't in there.
Yeah, we were. We were really trying to defend the arc. Once we got it, I think the 4 or 5, we were really trying to. We went to a little bit of a 1-3-1. We wanted to defend the arc a little bit and try to make them do something other than get the ball to 21 and let 21 drive it from the free throw line. And I think it slowed them down a little bit. I wouldn't say much.
They were content to take 2s, but they got the 2s because they kind of were open, and so they always they lingered.
We made some big free throws down the stretch, you know, because like you said, she was smart. She didn't panic and try to shoot the 3 too quick. She kept getting the quick 2, fouling us, putting us on the line, and you know our kids really went to the free throw line. But we've shot free throws well all year, you know, and we do a little thing. We do a little free throw ladder, and they compete against each other every day, and they shoot 30 every day, and we chart them every day. And you know, in practice, we're shooting about 84% from the free throw line in practice.
You were
And
11 for 12 in the last
2 minutes. You know, and on the year, I always feel like you get in the game, you're not going to shoot as well as you do in practice. But we've been shooting at 76, 77% from the free throw line all year. So, nice job finishing. And they're big, be able to step up in those situations and knock them down. That's important.
The free throw line really wasn't too kind to them. I mean, they only shot 50%.
I hadn't even looked at that.
All right, well, we got deadlines.
Okay. Thank you.